Welcome back to the Titanium Hangar. This is Mike, and I'm coming at you with another video. This time I want to talk about the ToysMage KO version of Megatron Beast Wars. And it is a pretty good looking figure. It's a pretty decent figure overall. Not 100% perfect, but I think it might be an improvement off the original. For only 100 or 105 bucks from Show Z is where I got mine. Definitely worth 100 bucks, so let's get right into it. Right, so here is the packaging. It starts off with a brown box special, and inside the brown box special is the white box special, and inside the white box special is the Megatron. And this is what he looks like, all packaged up. I'm not really sure what the official one looks like, but yeah, that's Megatron in all of his splendor, and that's how he's packed in there. So let's get him cracked open. All right, so here he is out of his box, and this is all of his accessories that come with him. And let's go through this real quick. There is some assembly required. We're going to show you, just start off showing you the accessories. First accessory he has is his toothbrush, which he can brush his teeth with, which is cool. I only saw it in one episode. I never really paid attention. I actually, somebody talked about his toothbrush in the original MP-43, and so I had to go back and watch the show until I saw him with the toothbrush and saw what he did. So that didn't really mean a whole lot to me, but I thought it was cool that they added it in. This is his gun. It looks pretty nice. It's a nice looking gun. It's big too. That is a big gun, and he holds it. Gets the job done. I don't know. That's a cool looking gun though. And then here are his other two faces, and so this is where we're going to start getting into the difference between the MP and the KO. This KO, if you can see his crest on his head, on both of these, on all his heads, there's no symbol, there's no faction emblem, it's just green. So that is kind of an issue. I don't know where you're going to get stickers that small that are Predacon faction symbols, but there it is. He does have his blast gimmick, which we will show in a second, in place, but it actually has a battery in it. The rest of the battery functions you have to have LR44s for. Then he has these three stands. We're going to use at least one of them. And then let's go ahead and get this guy put together now that we got some accessories out of the way. We're going to start by turning him around and getting his back pieces put on. I do want to point out that is really a loose piece, and I don't know why it's so loose, but it's loose. Okay, so we're going to kind of match it up to the whole dynamic, the whole back piece, and it slides in place and looks good. It looks like it belongs. So there's that. We're going to slide this one into place here. And it looks like it belongs. Yes, it looks like it belongs. So that's how I know I got the right side. Next, we're going to put this piece on, and you know you have the right side because you're going to have guns. Fold these guns forward. The guns are going to be facing forward. It's nice and tight. I mean, I don't know. I'm not upset about a tight fit, but there we go. And then that will tab into there. Well, sort of goes into there's a hole there. There's that. And on this side, same thing. I'm going to fold this around, close that all up. So I mean, basically we're putting his armor on. And then we got to get this on. So, open up the tail. Open that up, fold this down, and then we need to fold this piece up, and then we're gonna fold it over. We're gonna plug that on his arm right over here. So. Put my finger behind it and just slide. And he's got his arm cannon, well, whatever you call this thing. So he is all armored up, and we're gonna take a good look at him now. So the first thing I want to point out about this guy is I've heard he has trouble on the official keeping the arms up, and so his arms stay up really well. He has no issues with that joint. So that's maybe an improvement, I guess. I mean, everything feels so tight on this guy. I never handled the original, so I don't know, but I just know what other people say about it. And so that's kind of what I've been trying to figure out, what are other people's issues, so we would compare this to the official, and I kind of have an idea. And so let's have a look at him. So we already saw some faces, but that is a nice looking head sculpt, and it goes side to side. There's beautiful paint everywhere, just missing the spread symbol. Painted silver paint. I'm not sure yet. That's paint for sure on that purple, but I think that's just plastic, but it's kind of out of sight. Got paint right here in the chest. It just looks nice. Looks real nice all the way down there. He does have a waist swivel and an ab crunch. And we saw the arm go to the 90. We have bicep swivel. We have past the 90, the double jointed elbow on that thing. This thing's jointed. Hands are fully articulated. They don't splay. Let me see here. No, the last two. So he's only got 4 fingers, and the last 2 are pinned together. So not fully articulated. But you do have a trigger finger, so that's really all that matters in the end. And then moving down here to, there's not a thigh swivel, but there's a knee swivel. And then your knee gets to past the 90. And your leg 90 almost both ways. You can move that flap. Yep, 90 both ways. And then down here you have ankle rockers and tilts and individual toes. That's cool. This back piece pops out to give them more stability. So you have a heel, which I guess I didn't put that out when I set them up out of the box. Yeah, there he is. No!
Calmness, please. I came only to talk. Megatron, terrorize!
Those are the US voice clips. Let's check out the back on this guy. He does have quite a bit of kibble, which, you know, is for the transformation, but it's hidden on the back, and then you could sort of, I guess, tab. I saw that you could tab this together or something. I'm not really gonna mess with it, but anyway, yeah, that's how that goes, I guess. But anyway, yeah, the back looks pretty good except for the back pack, which is kibble. But if you just look at it straight on, it's not bad. From the side, it's kind of, yeah, full lit up panels. It's the precursor to panel forming, which we're gonna do for the Unicron. But anyway, I think it's a nice looking figure, and so far he feels pretty good. He's just kind of light. Here he is standing next to himself, and yeah, it looks good. He's much bigger and a much more premium look to him. Just really looks nice. Here he is next to G1 Optimus Primal, so the first version. Here he is next to MP-44 and MP-36, and as you can see, he is substantially taller than those guys. I'd say substantially taller than Prime, and still a bit taller than his namesake. Aw, my namesake! Alright, so here he is next to some more of the Beast Wars characters. That's the JX version of the Megatron, which is my favorite by far. This guy still looks great next to him. He's pretty big, he's pretty beefy. And Dinobot, so he's much bigger than Dinobot. Bigger than Big Bot. Well, Big Bot's in his beast mode. And then we can show you next to, he's still shorter than a Shelf Dive. He's still shorter than Transmutate. So, Transmutate's super skinny and even lighter than this guy. But yeah, there he is with some other Beast Wars options. So if you have Dinobot's stand, you could do this little scene here and set it up where Prime is holding him. My stand is not the best, but it works. And that's how it looks. If that's the scene you want to put together, they give you that option. Okay, now to get this guy transformed, we're going to turn around here and move these legs around this direction. And then we're going to just position them properly. Okay, so we're gonna pull out on this just a little bit. Fold this in, fold the gun in, open up this, and we're gonna rotate this. So this tab, this here, is gonna tab into there, like so, to hold it in place. And all that should be good for one leg. Let's work on the other leg. So we're gonna pull it out just a bit. We're gonna open up. It's easier to do from the other side, but open this hinge up, fold this out, fold the gun end, close this back up, and then have the knee in this place and close it in. It all tabs into place. Looking pretty good right there. We're gonna close the butt flap up. Now my flap, this is really loose, but it's not falling off. It's just extremely loose. It's tabbed together now. So let's get on to the upper body. So for the upper body, we're going to open him up, slide it open. I'm gonna fold that open like so, lift all of this out. It's more panel forming. Put that back in. Rotate this. There we go. Rotate this like so. And then this should all push back down. Okay, I got that pushed in and it felt like it was really hard to push in, so wow. Anyway, there's 2 slots there and 2 tabs there. It's gonna tab right in and hold this in place. There it is. Now we gotta finish up all of this good stuff. So, let's see here. Fold this down, fold this up. This folds up here and tabs into that. That's tabbed into that. Tabbing this in. All of this in. All right. Moving this leg. rotating it forward here. The thing with this is that there's this piece here that's kind of in the way of clearance, so you have to kind of wiggle that out of the way. And then we're going to start tabbing all of this together. Tabs there. Tabs underneath here. Very tabtastic, isn't it? So with the head and the arms, you're basically turning them around. So with an arm like this, you're gonna flip it and then flip the head again so that the green matches. And that's how you know you've got that in the right orientation. Same thing with the tail. So let's do this tail. We're gonna get the hand fist in there, slide it in, and then we're going to close this piece of the tail up. Both of these. We have to tab that in. And then we're going to spin it to win it. Come on, stay tabbed in. Okay, we got the tail in place. We're getting close, we're getting close. Pretty much got one side almost done. Get to working on the other side. All right. Just all these panels are gonna have to line up. Fold this up. Start lining up all the panels. Like so. Fold the leg up, and now we have to just get all these panels lined up and tighten this guy up, and then we'll have our Megatron. He's getting close, almost there. Just all these little panels need to get tabbed in, and that's where we're at right now. So here he is with sort of tabbed in. He looks pretty good. It's a nice looking Dinobot mode or dinosaur mode. And it seems like he comes untabbed too easy. Like I get it all tabbed in and then it just, you move him around and he comes untabbed. But let's just have a look at this guy. Put his tail down. It's the top of him. I mean, he looks good. His paint's good. I don't see the swirls that people are talking about. They did, on the Masterpiece, on the official one, they do say the tabs come out pretty easy in this mode. But, I mean, overall, it looks good. I'm pretty pleased with it. I'm pretty pleased with this mode. Stability, I just got to figure out exactly how I'm supposed to stand him. I guess I needed to pull that out a little bit more. Yeah, he's stable enough. And then let's go ahead and do some comparisons while we got him right here. There he is, next to a G1, which feels like all the same floppiness in all the same areas. It's kind of crazy. He's way bigger than the G1 though. Let's get him in frame. But there's a lot of similarities, like just the way this tail works when it transforms. So similar to the Masterpiece. Man, and he's big. Here he is with his light up effect in his mouth, and this is cool. I think the official one doesn't have a battery built in and an extra light, so that's actually really cool. Let's have a look at a little bit closer. There's his eyes, and when he talks,
Any renegade Maximal who blunders into our base will not survive.
it lights up.
Incompetent bug.
There's his teeth, look nice. He does have the actual posable tongue. It's purple, so yeah, that's pretty cool. Then going down, all this looks nice if it tabs in just right. And paint all over the place. It looks good. Looks real good. Paint on the toes. There's the bottom. I kind of like how this stripe sort of, it's uniform all the way down. Yeah, looks good. Here he is on the shelf with the rest of these guys, and it's a nice Beast Wars shelf got going on here, I guess. Yeah, he works, he fits, he's big, and he looks good. This is the KO Beast Wars Megatron ToysMage, and I got mine at Shozy. You can get yours too. I think it's a great figure. It's a good looking figure. He feels solid, but yet there's a couple points that are kind of flimsy. This ratchet right here feels real tight. I feel like if I'm too rough with it, I could break it. I just treat it with finesse. Other than that, I think that it feels pretty good. I didn't see any real swirling or crackage or breakage like I've seen before or I've heard of before. So maybe it's better plastic, maybe it's improved, but it does feel pretty delicate overall. Like I wouldn't be rough with it or manhandle it. Treat it with care. Like, subscribe, head your hair out.
Megatron!